Hey bestie, welcome back or welcome if you are new, and today we are doing a cute little get ready with me talking about a bunch of random things. This is not going to be a spill the tea, complete life update kind of get ready with me. It's really just kind of going to be, I have a list of things on my phone that we're going to talk about, and that's what we're doing today. I have to apologize because last week we did not have a video because I injured myself, which we're going to talk about. That's the first thing we're talking about, so let's just jump into it. And while I talk about all the different things, we are going to be going through my makeup routine, which I am doing blind, so please bear with me while I'm doing this. I'm just going to put product close-ups on the screen so you guys see what I'm using because I obviously can't read what I'm using. This is the primer that I use, and starting with last Friday, I woke up and I was kind of limping on my leg, and I was like, okay, what's going on? Did I do too much yesterday? And as the day went on, it was a little bit harder to walk, and come Friday night, I physically could not walk on my leg. I could not put pressure on it, couldn't go to the bathroom, like I couldn't sit, couldn't lay down. And it got to the point where I gave up on sleeping downstairs, and I texted my grandpa and I'm like, are you awake? Are you upstairs? Because I'm going to need to come upstairs. I need help getting on the couch. I got upstairs after about, 5 minutes trying to make it up the stairs. And he helped me on the couch, and to him, he said that it sounded like a pinched nerve. And I'm like, oh, great, awesome. Basically, he helped me on the couch so that I could sleep, aka not sleep, and I went to urgent care at 8 a.m. This is another foundation that I use, but I actually use it for my concealer because I actually don't have a concealer. We get to the urgent care and I'm sitting there for about an hour waiting to be seen. It wasn't honestly that bad. I didn't think this through because I can't see where my pimples are, so we're just gonna guess. And I get in for the urgent care doctor and he's talking about that it looks like a simple quad strain, and I'm like, a quad strain? Like, I don't know if I fully believe you. Basically, the ER doctor just told me to rest, ice, using ice, compression, elevate, all of that. And I'm sitting there just like, I don't think this is a quad strain. And he referred me to PT. And the next day I got my referral for PT. I found a therapist on there that I actually have seen before. I know my concealer looks crazy. I don't have a good technique for this. No judging. So basically I go in there for PT and we end up doing the evaluation. And she's looking at me asking me what the ER doctor said. And I told her, I'm like, the doctor said that it looks like a simple quad strain. And we're doing all the tests and I can't pick up my leg. I can't elevate it. Like, I'm shaking. It seriously was like I was moving like a broken gear is what my leg looked like. So as we're sitting here talking about this, she's like, you know what this looks like? And I said, what? And she said, a pinched nerve, like what my grandpa had said. So now we're to the point where I can walk without mobility aids because for a whole week I was using crutches and a rollator to get around the house and to PT. And now I have PT for, I think, 4 more weeks. All of that for a pinched nerve and a hinge at L3 and L4. I'm like slapping the crap out of myself right now. And if this seems like I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing because I have not done a get ready with me in years. And I am so excited because tomorrow is Walgreens shopping day, which means that I might be doing another Walgreens shopping haul on all of my short form content. This is the foundation I use. Yes, I use a powder foundation. It's the Honeybee Gardens one. I know that for a fact, in the shade Avignon. And I seriously just love this powder foundation, and I usually stock up on all of my essentials, and your girl is getting her own setting spray because I've been using my grandma's setting spray for weeks and I feel so bad about it. I'm telling you, I love this foundation. It also sits on my skin really light, so it's not anything that's super duper heavy. But in play shopping day, I'm also going to be doing some early and belated birthday shopping because I have not been able to shop for any of my family members because I didn't have the money to do so. And I got a little bit of a payout, so I'm excited. And I also treated myself to something early for a birthday gift, so I'm really excited for that to arrive as well. It should honestly be here tomorrow. We'll see. I'm really excited. I'm out of breath. How do people do this? Next, I go in with my Casey Holmes Butter Collection palette with Physicians Formula. I have been using this thing forever. Like, I've been using this forever. And I have the Butter Bronzer in here, which is what I mainly use this palette for. I am not a makeup professional. like at all. I'm using my vanity mirror. If you see me looking over, so I'm looking at the vanity mirror. Okay, this one's really hard to talk during because now I have to fix it. If you ever mess up your bronzer, just take your wet beauty blender and just go underneath it and over what you did, because that way it just blends into your foundation. Like, you see how that's not as bad now? So I usually go under the bottom like this, and around this like curved area is what I usually end up doing. That's one of the downsides to doing your makeup basically blind. I love this bronzer because it's very buildable, and I actually have a little bit of a story time because one of my dermis co-workers asked me like, hey, what products do you like to use? And I told them like Physicians Formula, the butter bronzer, and she was like, oh, what do you like about it? And I guess I give really good selling points because honestly I love this bronzer because it's very buildable. It's so easy to blend out, as you guys just saw. It's so easy to blend out if you make a mistake or put too much on it. It also looks really good on like every skin tone. I swear, they have so many different shades too. Okay, we're good now. We're good now. Something that I really wanted to ask you guys about is, what do you guys think of the Winx Saga reboot? Because I'm sitting here and I'm watching them talk about it, and my thing is I stopped watching Winx Club after about season 4, I think it is, because they started switching to the 3D animation and I really didn't like it. I also used the butter blush from Physicians Formula. I stopped watching Winx Club after about season 4 because they started doing that like 3D animation, which I never liked. I never ended up liking that because I felt like it just didn't stick with the original characters. And I started watching Winx when I was a little girl. I'm like, you're just gonna switch it up on us like that? But then they're talking about the reboot, and I'm like, on the one hand, I don't like the 3D animation, but the 3D animation that they're trying to do now actually looks better than the 3D animation they were doing a couple of years ago. So I might watch it. But for all of my Winx girlies, for everyone that watched Winx Club, did you guys watch the Fate Winx Saga? Because I absolutely loved it. Before I talk about that, going in with this again for the butter highlighter. And obviously I have used that Pore highlighter so much. You see that? It's been used so much. I loved the Fate Winx Saga because I thought it was just so good. Like, the cliffhangers and the storyline was insane. And I was sitting there watching it. Like, I watched the whole season, I think in like a day and a half at most. You guys see that? I love this freaking highlighter. I ended up getting to the end of the season, and then they say that they're not making a season 2, and I was like, what? Are you serious right now? Are you really not making a season 2? Like, how are you gonna leave us hanging like that? That's just not nice. It's not cool. It's not cool. So if someone comes across this and you are a part of the Fate Winx Saga creators and the producers, please bring it back. Please bring us a season 2. I know it's been a couple of years, but bring us a season 2 because the show is so good. And I think they still have it on Netflix. So if you go check it out, like, let me know, because it's seriously a fantastic show. It's a fantastic show. I don't know why they stopped it. I really don't. For eyes, I use this palette from Honeybee Gardens, and I love this because it's the Power of Positivity palette. And again, I've been using this palette forever. Like, for years I've been using this palette. I don't throw out my makeup because honestly, I don't wear enough makeup to where I go through my products fast enough. I know that it's terrible for my skin. However, it's money. I'm not wasting money. I refuse to throw out my makeup. Like, if it's that gunky and it's like gross and I know like definitely this product is breaking out my skin, yes, I'm going to throw it out. I've used the shade Genuine like completely and they don't sell this in a separate eyeshadow pot, which also makes me kind of sad. The other thing that I wanted to say is I am so grateful for those of you that are viewing me as your comfort creator and your comfort person on social media. I got a comment about this yesterday and it just made me so happy. I'm so grateful because I'm genuinely trying to be that person that like you guys can come and talk to and come and chill with, not being super bougie or super perfect, just a really authentic and relatable person. I'm sitting here and I love watching other creators. I love watching other creators, but sometimes I just wish that they would be a little bit more relatable and authentic because I don't see a lot of that on social media right now and I wish I did. If you're another relatable, authentic content creator, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much to everyone that is viewing me as your comfort creator and your comfort person on social media. It truly means the world to me and I'm so grateful to have you here. I am going back in with the Casey Holmes palette because I like to do this thing. I've heard so many people say like, that is so out of style. But it's not out of style. It's that thing where you do like the gold. What is reflecting? It's like that gold thing that you do in like the corner of your eye, but I also do it on the inner eyelid. So I go in with the highlighter in my palette again. I'll like brush it in like that far on my eyelid. And then I'll also curve it up into my crease. And I love doing this because I really feel like for me, especially because it's gold, it just makes my eyes pop. I've been doing this for years. I think I actually saw this first in a Tiffany Alvord makeup tutorial that I watched so many years ago, and I also saw Bethany Moda do it. Where are all of my Bethany Moda girlies at that watched all of her videos when she first started YouTube? I wish that she posted more content because I love her bubbly personality, and seeing her as an adult is just so reassuring that we can all be ourselves. I love her content. I love her as a person. And honestly, her and Dietrich's are so funny. They are just hilarious together. Especially when they show up in her videos together. I'm like, you two are crazy, but it's just so funny to watch. I had to make a list because I knew with my brain fog I wasn't going to remember what I'm supposed to talk about. Next, we're moving on to mascara, and for mascara, I actually use two. I don't like the brush on this one. I like the brush on this one, but I like the formula in here, and this one's technically empty. So I use both of these. Don't judge me for the faces I'm about to make. So I've noticed this in a lot of my videos recently where I'm talking about something and I say something that to anyone else it probably makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. However, it makes sense to me in the moment. Like, I say things and then I listen to it while I'm editing my videos and I'm like, what did I just say? What just came out of my mouth? Like, is that a thing? If you've noticed that I've made little mistakes when I'm talking, it genuinely sounds like that's exactly what I was supposed to say. And then I listen to it and I'm like, okay, my audience is probably so confused right now. Like, what is she talking about? I genuinely apologize for that. I really think that that's my brain fog that takes over in my clips. Sometimes I'm talking and I actually have trouble finding the word that I'm looking for, or I say something that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, and then even my family's looking at me like, what are you talking about? I apologize for that. That's been happening a lot more frequently, which is also why I'm trying to get in to see somebody, because this brain fog is not it. Anyone else that has brain fog, like, let me know what's one of your most silly stories that you tell people, because I think mine for what I did is a couple months ago. I think this was during Vlogtober. I actually was making turkey burgers and I almost put pumpkin pie spice seasoning on the turkey burgers, and I told my grandparents this and they're like, well, that could have been an interesting dinner. And sometimes when my brain fog gets so bad, I just have to like sit myself on the couch and just stay there so that I don't do something. Like, I can't do my work when my brain fog hits and the fatigue hits because I'm gonna make so many mistakes. And that's why I messaged my doctor, because I said at this point it's not only hindering daily life, but it's actually starting to hinder my work. And I can't have it hindering my work because I already work at home and I'm struggling with that. I have appointments set up with 2 sleep doctors, but neither of them can see me until May or June. That's okay, because honestly, I trust the doctors out here a lot. And then I just go in with this mascara brush just to kind of brush out any clumps that I have. Honestly, I probably shouldn't do this now that I'm thinking about it, but is what it is. We're already doing it. So my next hack is to see if I have any mascara, because I have some mascara on my eyelid. I actually take Q-tips and I will, once it dries, I'll just kind of swipe it off, because it actually does come off pretty easy. I use the other side to do the bottom. The bottom is actually never as bad as the top. It's usually just the top that does it. And now it's all better. Awesome. And also, if you guys are trying to figure out why is your girl kind of hyper, it's because I feel like I actually slept. I slept for about 11 hours last night and I know I'm gonna crash later. And this is not regular coffee. This is actually decaf. I have not had a legitimate cup of coffee since November 15th. This is my grandma's setting spray and she uses Maybelline Lasting Fix. I do not put my lip gloss on before I do setting spray. I've never done it, never will. So we're just gonna fling the hair back, shake her on up. Grandma, I'm sorry in advance. You're about to see how much of your setting spray I use. Not me sitting here questioning, after I do the setting spray, did I do all of my makeup steps? Thank you, Grandma, for letting me use the setting spray. After I do my setting spray, I actually go in with wipes to wipe off my earlobes and my neck, just like down here, because I do wear jewelry and I don't. It's a pet peeve of mine. Do not put your jewelry on and then do your setting spray. That's a great way to ruin your jewelry. I don't care if it says that it's like tarnish resistant, tarnish proof, sweat proof. I always have a history of like jewelry turning green or it tarnishing, except for my Tiny Lips jewelry, and that's a little bit pricey, so I'm not going to risk ruining my jewelry. Can we believe that I'm going to be 26 in like 2 months? I know this is the CoverGirl Yummy Gloss. I got this at Walgreens and I might be picking up another shade because I have 2 shades, but I kind of want one that's a little bit darker. I love this lip gloss so much. and it's actually gluten-free, which makes me so happy. And I think this is the shade You're Just Jealous. Usually after this step is when I go in with my jewelry. I have to figure out where I put my jewelry box. There it is. Okay, so I keep all of my basic jewelry in this box, and I wear right now 4 rings, a necklace, and my earrings. Really quickly, I am going to switch my shirt, so I'll be right back. And we're back. So I decided today, because it is really cold in Wisconsin right now, we're gonna wear a blue sweater. And also I really like this sweater. It's very comfy and I love this collar that it has. It's more of like a squishy, chunky collar. Let's dig into the jewelry. I'm turning 26 in 2 months, which is crazy because I really feel like, especially since the pandemic, it doesn't feel like I've aged. I can see it and I kind of feel it like physically, but I don't feel like I'm turning 26. This is the necklace that we are wearing today. Speaking of my birthday, I actually did order myself a little bit of a birthday gift, which I'm excited about because it's kind of like a birthday gift and a health investment, because I decided to purchase the Keelie Smart Ring R10. And yes, that's the one with the glitter on it. I wanted to get that because it does track your sleep, but it also tracks things like your heart rate. It's supposed to track your time of the month if you get it, and your steps and a bunch of other things, because my doctor said that I really need to start tracking my steps. Like, I need to start walking more. Obviously, we're wearing our gold hoops today. The ring is supposed to just do so much, and what I really like is it's supposed to be able to be like a Bluetooth clicker for taking photos. And if you know me, I take my photos in public when I can, and I've always used remote clickers, but I mean, if I can wear one on my body 24/7 with a timer on my phone or camera, that's gonna make this a breeze. We're gonna quickly go through my ring stack because I can't talk and show you guys the ring stack at the same time. So I take this little stacking band from Tiny Lutz and I put this on this finger and stack that with this like bedazzled, bejeweled ring, and that one goes on top of that one. And then this dome ring actually goes on this finger. And then this is from Pandora. My middle sister and I both have the same kind of ring, just hers is silver, and that goes on my pointer finger. So that is my current ring stack. When my Keelie ring comes in, it's probably gonna go on this finger, but if it doesn't fit this finger, I'll probably switch it to this finger or one of my middle fingers and just adjust my ring stack, because I do plan on wearing it pretty much all day, every day. And I also ordered what they're calling like silicone ring slips, so that when you're working out or if you're cleaning, you're not like dinging up and ruining your ring. Now it is time to put my glasses on, and now I get to see myself for the first time. Hey, we did it. We did it, and we were blind. And it looks good. So now we're just gonna take the clips out of my hair. I got these clips a while ago off of Amazon. They're just like the little white clips. And just kind of brush that out, you know, because we didn't really tangle up our hair or anything. Why are my hands shaking so much? Bro, chill. What'd you think for our first get ready with me on my YouTube channel? I hope that you liked it. I actually found it to be a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be, and it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I was low-key like psyching myself out up here because I'm like, does anyone actually want to listen to me talk and do my makeup? But I guess on the other hand, everybody does it at least once in their life. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more get ready with me's and you have suggestions for get ready with me's, leave them in the comments so that I can check out what you guys are saying, because I do follow what you guys say. Someone did request for me to do a like bodycon try-on haul, like a bodycon dress try-on haul, and I don't have any, but I'm looking for brands to collaborate to make your request come true on my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed today's video, let me know by leaving me a comment if you guys want to see more get ready with me's, and as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will catch you in the next one.